You have been wondering which formula to give to your child, right? You've been wondering if to use goat milk based formula or cow milk based formula. Stay tuned. What are thou waiting for? Oh yeah, click the subscribe button. We're talking about breastfeeding, baby friending, baby formula. So if you've been wondering which formula to use for your child, this is for you. Breastfeeding is actually a very important and interesting topic to talk about. So what is breastfeeding? Breastfeeding is feeding a baby or a child with directly from the mother's breast milk. Feeding the child directly from the mother's breast, or expressing the breast milk using a cup, or but from breast milk, from the mother's breast milk or human breast milk, let's say. So that is breastfeeding. It could also be called nursing. So now, what is exclusive breastfeeding and baby friending? It can't be a baby friending if there is no exclusive breastfeeding included. So which means baby friending includes exclusive breastfeeding. You can't say you're doing baby friending when you're not feeding your child exclusively. Exclusive breastfeeding is giving your child breast milk, just like the name implies, exclusively, without giving the child any other drink except for breast milk. So you're not giving your child water, you're not giving your child but you can give your child ORT anyway, oral rehydration therapy, and the child will also be immunized, but you are not giving the child any other thing, just breast milk for 6 months. That's exclusive breastfeeding. So when do baby friending start? Baby friending starts immediately after birth. Immediately you give birth to your child. The child, you see, if you've watched delivery videos, you see them placing the child on the mother's breast. Baby friending has already started. And immediately the child is being delivered, the child should suck from the mother's breast milk immediately, even before the delivery of the placenta. It even helps to deliver the placenta faster. So, and breast milk is very important because it helps the child to build immunity, and it also helps the development of the child's brain. And the mother also benefits by feeding the child. So it's beneficial. Breastfeeding is beneficial to the mother, and breast milk is beneficial to the child. So if you're breastfeeding your child, you also benefiting because it will help your hormone to snap back faster, and it will even reduce bad cholesterol. If you're having bad cholesterol, it will reduce your bad cholesterol. It helps your heart. It helps a lot of things in your body, your immune and everything to balance well. You know, those fats that you have built up when you are pregnant. You know, most people, they don't want to, maybe they feel like when they breastfeed your child, they don't want to breastfeed their, they will still want to be doing, you know, yongi and all that. But little they know that the breastfeeding even helps them to, you know, reduce those fats that they have built up during pregnancy. So now we want to talk about befriending. If you are not connecting to the child, then you are not baby friending. Baby friending, just like the word implies, you are friending your baby. So as you're feeding your child during those maternity leaves that they gave to you, based on the country, some countries give 3 months, some give 6 months. You should be able to be connecting with your child. If you're doing befriending, you should be connecting. Always be with your child. You know, build relationship with your child. That's why you see, during those periods, the child will always, when you're feeding the child will be looking at you. The child wants to know you, and even when you come into the room, maybe you left the child, the child knows that yes, my mother is around. The child knows your voice. That's baby friending. So if you're feeding the child and you're not connecting the child, it's not baby friending. And if you're also doing baby friending, let's say you're walking, you can, and you maybe after delivery, maybe 3 months after delivery, and you are doing baby friending, you're walking, you just left, and at night you come back and to the child. That's not baby friending. At least I know that in some place of work, they give time that you should go and see your child. Maybe if the child is in the care of someone, it is very easy for you can express the breast milk from your breast and maybe put it in a feeding bottle and give it to the person, and tell the person that you are doing exclusive breastfeeding, that the person should not give the child water or any other thing apart from. So it's very easier for housewives to do baby friending than for working class ladies, because the housewife, they're always at home with their children. So you as a working class lady, you can do exclusive breastfeeding. So it's not baby friending if you're giving your child breast from feeding bottle. It's not baby friending. Means your child will suck from your breast directly, skin to skin contact. So that is baby friending, skin to skin contact, and you're always building relationship with your child. If you're just bringing out the breast milk, put it in feeding bottle, give to someone, or you are there using feeding bottle to feed your child, it's not baby. You are just doing exclusive breastfeeding. That's if you're not giving the child the water. So it helps. Exclusive breastfeeding helps to develop the child's brain, immune system. Though statistics also states that intelligence is hereditary. But even though intelligence is hereditary, a sick person, could be the intelligence could be affected if the immune system, if the person's body is not built, or there is like genetic disease, it could be affected. So, but you see that breastfeeding helps the child to build immune against those diseases. So it also helps the brain. Now, if you're with your child, you should try as much as possible to build relationship with your child. When you talk, your child should be able to recognize your voice, that yes, my mom is the one that is talking, and should be able to know your presence and all that. You build that relationship with your child, that meaningful moment that you're with your child. So now, if you're considering to do baby formula, so maybe you're considering goat's milk baby formula. Goat's milk baby formula is actually good because it mimics human breast milk. So when I say it mimics human breast milk, does not mean that it has all the nutrients, no. But if complemented, it could be closer to human breast milk because it helps to build immunity of the child, unlike the cow milk. You understand? And besides, your infant cannot even digest cow milk, except you can only give them cow milk when they are the age of 12 months. That's the only way you can give them cow. But you can give goat milk from 0 to 12 months. You understand? So that's why it's advisable, if you would ask me, before you use goat milk, you should liaise with your pediatrician to know the supplements, the one that you actually know. There are different brands. There are some that you see that has vitamin D, some have vitamin A. So for a child now that is deficient in vitamin D, you will need goat's milk based infant formula that has vitamin D. You understand? So if you would ask me for an advice, I would say that you should do exclusive breastfeeding. You can do exclusive breastfeeding if you're a working class lady. If you can do it, you can just put the milk in a feeding bottle and give to whoever. Just tell the person that, please don't give my child water, just give my child. So if you ask me, I will say do exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months, then use goat's milk infant based formula. You see, I'm stressing it. I'm always stressing it, infant based formula, so that you cannot just go and give any goat's milk formula to your child. It must be infant based. Anything that you're giving to your child should be infant based formula, goat's milk infant based formula. And also know that why I said you should do 6 months exclusive breastfeeding before you give your child goat's milk based formula, if you are considering, because goat's milk, fine, it helps to build immunity, but it does not have all the supplements, all the minerals and the vitamins. Because if you check, there are some that are rich, like goat's milk is rich in calcium, the other cow milk is rich in this, just like that. So, but in immunity, when you talk about immunity, it helps to build immunity, just like the human breast milk, more than the cow breast milk, and it's digestible for the child, and it has low lactose level, unlike the cow's milk. And apart from, if your child is also reacting to cow milk, because some people react to cow milk and some children react to cow milk, especially if they are suffering from allergy, then you are considering goat's milk based formula, fine, you can use goat's milk based formula. But statistics have also shown that people that react to cow's milk, that's infants or adults that react to cow's milk, 90% of them react to goat's milk. So we just have 10% left. So if your child have maybe eczema and all that, and is reacting to cow milk, you can switch to goat's milk based formula. But remember to do exclusive breastfeeding, fine. And for if you're doing exclusive breastfeeding, you should also note that during those, you can do exclusive breastfeeding and you're not doing baby friendly. Yes, because you are just giving your child breast milk. You are not there. You can give the breast milk to someone and just extract it. But you cannot do baby friending and not do exclusive breastfeeding, because exclusive breastfeeding isn't baby friending. So which means you cannot say you are doing baby friending and you are not doing exclusive breastfeeding. It's not possible. But you can do exclusive breastfeeding without baby friendly. So if you are going to work, a working class lady, you can just put the milk in a flask and give it to somebody, the caregiver, that give to my child, but please don't give the child water. You understand? And just stick to that. And for clarity's sake, I would also like to state that don't go and give raw goat milk to your child. When I mean raw goat milk that is not pasteurized. Not just you just extract goat milk from a goat and start giving to your child. No, it could contain bacteria, so those ones are not healthy. So even if you want to use a goat milk based formula for your child, you have to check the brand and make sure it is pasteurized. Anything that you want to use must be pure and it should not contain some unhealthy bacteria. For mothers that are HIV positive, hepatitis B positive, so the choice of breastfeeding or baby formula should be discussed with your doctor to know if really, because if you want to breastfeed as a mother that has HIV or hepatitis B, they have to check your viral load level to know if it is insignificant. If it isn't significant, which means it's very low or undetectable, that's when they will now consider to know if you should breastfeed your child or not, or use baby formula. And the choice of formula will now be discussed with your doctor to know which one you should use, if you should go for goat milk baby formula, because goat milk baby formula is what you can actually give from 0 to 12 months. You can't give cow based milk to a child of 0 to, it can't be given. You can only give your child any cow based formula from 1 year, which is 12 months. And even from that 12 months, you can give any other, because you're already introducing food, so you can even use only goat milk. Yeah. So if the viral load is undetected, then they will now examine your breast to make sure there is no cut which the virus will pass through to the baby's mouth. So they make sure that there is no cut, then they will now decide on what to do. So goat milk is rich in calcium, potassium, vitamin A, and it helps in the absorption of iron. And you can give it to your child from 0 to 12 months, but you can't give cow milk based formula to your child from at 0 age to 9 months. You can't give to your child. You can only give cow milk to your child at the 12 months, which is 1 year. That's when you can give cow milk based formula. And you cannot be introducing other varieties of food. So baby friendly also helps to build relationship between mother and child, and exclusive breastfeeding helps the child to build immunity, to build the IQ of the child, and breastfeeding helps the mother, hormones to snap back. It helps to reduce bad cholesterol, and it helps the mother to keep shape. Yes, breastfeeding actually helps to keep shape. So for those of you that is considering to be doing CC again, breastfeeding will even help you to keep shape after you have put to bath. It will help to lose those fats. So please subscribe if you have not done so.